In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all peace and prayer be upon our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. This is a new English lesson coming to you from Al Iman School by Mr. Ibrahim Mahmoud and Mr. Basim Abdul Ali. In our lesson today, we are going to complete Unit 8, and today is the 16th of April 2020. In our lesson today, the objectives are inquiring about the weather in the future. How can we ask a question about the weather in the future? In the present, we say, what's the weather like today? What's the weather like today? So if I want to ask about the weather tomorrow or next week, shall I say the same or shall I use a different question and I use different answers? We will see in the lesson. Number two, we will express abilities in the present and the future. The ability, it means that I can do something or you can do something or he can do something. But what about the future? If now I can say, I can ride a bike, or I can drive a car, or I can speak English. So in the future, shall I say I can, or shall I use another thing? And the last thing, we are going to recycle or consolidate or revise the language, the words and vocabulary and structures related to the future actions. So let's start our lesson now. Exercise 9 on Unit 8, look and say. Here we have the different weather conditions, the different weather conditions. These are the words that we can use to describe the weather, like sunny, windy, rainy, cloudy, and foggy. Sunny when it is hot, when it is sunny. Windy when there is wind. When there is strong wind, we say windy. It's windy today. Rainy when there is rain. Cloudy when you can see the clouds in the sky. And foggy. Sometimes it happens in the early morning when we cannot see very clearly and we can see the dew on the glass or on our cars. This is foggy. This is foggy. When we cannot see very clearly in the morning, it's foggy. It's foggy. So here we have different cities like London, Paris, Rome, Athens, Ankara, and Warsaw. So these are the different cities. So if I ask you, for example, what is the weather like in London? It is foggy. Good. What is the weather like in Paris? It's cloudy. What is the weather like in Rome? It's sunny. What is the weather like in Athens? It's windy. What is the weather like in Ankara? It's sunny. What's the weather like in Warsaw? It's rainy. So these are the questions in the present. So if I want to ask about the weather in the future, like tomorrow or next week, I cannot say what is the weather like. I must use verb to be in the future. Verb to be in the future will be. And the question will be like that. What will the weather be like in London tomorrow? What will the weather be like in London tomorrow? And when I answer, I say it'll be foggy. It means it will be. It will be foggy. So let's repeat the questions with the other cities. Paris. Who can ask the question? Yes, start. What will the weather be like in Paris tomorrow? And the answer will be, it'll be cloudy. It'll be cloudy, or it will be cloudy. Another question. What will the weather be like in Rome tomorrow? And the answer will be, it will be sunny. It will be sunny. Okay, another question. Athens. What will the weather be like in Athens tomorrow? The answer will be, it will be windy. What will the weather be like in Ankara tomorrow? It will be sunny. And the last one, what will the weather be like in Warsaw tomorrow? I say it will be rainy. So this is how we can ask about the weather in the future. So I will say the question for the last time. What will the weather be like tomorrow? What will the weather be like next week? What will the weather be like next year? You understand? So this is how we can ask about the weather in the future. And when you answer, you say it. And it here means the weather. Okay, but we don't say the weather will be foggy. No, we say it'll be, or it will be foggy or cloudy or rainy or windy or sunny. So this is how we can ask questions about the weather in the future. Now let's move to another activity and another objective. How can we express future abilities? The word ability means I can do something, or he can do something, or she can do something, or they can do something, or you can do something. So this is the ability, the word ability. In the present, we say I can, or he can, or she can, because it expresses what is happening now. I can ride a bike now. I can ride a bike now. I can read a story now. I can write now. I can. This is how we express how we express ability in the present. But if we are talking about the future, I say will be able to, will be able to, will be able to. So the future of can is will be able to. The future of can will be able to. So I say, but I'll be able to drive a car when I am older. So now, for example, we can say that he's 10 or 11 or 12, so he can only ride a bike. He is not allowed to drive a car. But in the future, you say, I'll be able to drive a car when I am older. What about you, for example? Can you speak French now? No, I can speak English now, but I'll be able to speak French when I am older. I can, for example, I can swim now, but I can do snorkeling when I'm older. Do you understand? I can travel with my family now, but I'll be able to travel alone when I am older. When I am older means after some time, after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or more. So I can live with my family now, but I'll be able to live alone when I am older, or in 10 years' time. So this is how we can express future ability. We use will be able to, will be able to. Here we have a kid, and this kid is called Steven. Steven, let's ask questions about what he will be able to do when he is 1 or 2 or 6 or 4 or 5 or 12. So if I ask you, what will Steven be able to do when he's 2? When he's 2, he'll probably means I'm not sure. He'll probably be able to talk when he is 2. Okay, what about read? Will he be able to read at the age of 4 or 5 or 6? 6, right? So what will Steven be able to do when he is 6? He'll probably be able to read when he is 6. Okay, ride a bike when he is 5, maybe, right? Or 4? Yes, 4. So what will Steven be able to do when he is 4? He'll probably be able to ride a bike. What about the age of 5? Swim, for example. Swim. So I say, what will Steven be able to do when he's 5? He'll probably be able to swim when he's 5. What about 12? Cook. Yes, cook. So what will we say? What will Steven be able to do when he is 12? He'll probably be able to cook when he is 12. What about the age of 1? When he is 1 year old? What will Steven be able to do when he is 1? Walk. He'll probably be able to walk when he is 1. So what will you be able to do when you are 20? When you are 20? I'll be able to travel to different places of the world when I am 20. I'll be able to go to the university when you finish the high school, right? I'll be able to study abroad, study in another country when you are 20. So this is how we can ask about future actions. You must learn will be able to, will be able to, will be able to. What will he be able to? What will you be able to? And when you answer, you say, I'll be able to. He will be able to. She will be able to. Or they will be able to. Or we will be able to. Or you will be able to. So remember this, the future of can is will be able to. The last question, for example, about this kid. What will Stephen be able to do at the age of 6? He'll be able to read. What he will be able to do at the age of 12, he will be able to cook when he is 12. So this is the second objective of our lesson today. We talked about the weather and we talked about future abilities. Now let's do this activity. It's a reading activity. We are going to revise the words related to future activities. Dear Leah, this is a letter. This is a letter from Oscar, and he's writing to Leah. That's why he says, Dear Leah, we're having a great time here in New Zealand. We've done some really exciting things. Yesterday we went, what is this? Bungee jumping. Excellent. It was fantastic. Charlie jumped off a high, what is this? Bridge. Excellent. So Charlie jumped off a high bridge, but I was scared, as we saw while we were reading the text. He was scared. So he says now in the letter, but I was scared, I was frightened, I was afraid. So I just took some, when I say took some, photos. Excellent. I took some photos. Today, we are going to go and look at an active, what is this? Volcano. Excellent, my students. An active volcano. We'll take our, what is this? You can say the word, excellent, tent. We'll take our tent. So we can stay the night in the mountains. We can stay the night in the mountains. On Wednesday, what will they do on Wednesday? We are going to visit Lake Madison. Here we can see the initials or the first letters of Lake and Madison are capital, which means this is a name. This is a name. Good. I will be able to take some great photos. On Friday, we are going to stay on Tonga Island. So this is the name of an island. Tonga Island, like Hawar Island, for example. And look at all the, what are these? Excellent, these are seals there. These are seals. So the answers are bungee jumping, bridge, photos, volcano, tent, and seals. Anyway, I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you soon. This is how we can finish a letter, and then you sign saying love, Oscar, and here PS. What's a PS? A PS means a postscript. A postscript means when you forget something, when you forget to write something in the letter, you can add a script or something or a sentence. If you forget while writing, you can write PS. It means this is a script or a text that I forgot to write in the letter, so please read it. The PS here says, tell Rocky I miss him. Tell Rocky I miss him. So this was an activity of reading in which we revised the vocabulary related to activities and the future actions. Let's move to another activity. Here we have the questions. Here we have the questions. When did Oscar and Charlie go bungee jumping? Yesterday. They went yesterday. Who jumped off a high bridge? Charlie jumped off a high bridge. And let me ask you, did Oscar jump? No, he just took some photos. Excellent. Number 3, where are they going to stay at night? At night in the text. Good. They are going to stay at night at the mountains. At the mountains. Stay the night at the mountains. At the mountains. Number 4, what are they going to do on Wednesday? What are they going to do on Wednesday? As we saw in the text. Good. They are going to visit Lake Madison. They are going to visit Lake Madison. And the last question, what are they going to do on Friday? They are going to stay on an island. The name of the island is Tonga Island. So these are the questions that follow the activity. So here we have the questions and the answers. You can revise them. And here we have another activity. Look, read, and circle. We are going to choose the correct words. Here, the first one is the swimsuit. Okay, just a minute. So let's complete now. Here we have an image. Is it binoculars or telescope? It's these are binoculars. Excellent. These are binoculars. The binoculars are used to see faraway objects, but not like a telescope. A telescope is very big and it is used to see the far stars and planets in the sky. So these are binoculars. This a bridge or a harbor? Here we can see a bridge because the cars can cross here from one side to another. So this is a bridge, not a harbor. We cannot see any ships here, and we can see the bridge. So this is a bridge. Okay, here, look at this image. We have just taken that. Is it sunny or foggy here? We cannot see the sun. We can see foggy. It's foggy here. Okay, is this snorkeling or scuba diving? Here we can see the snorkel. It is from the mouth here, and this is a mask. So this is snorkeling. This is snorkeling. Here are these cherries or nuts. Of course, these are not cherries. You know the cherries, they are red and sweet, okay? But these are the nuts like cashew and other things that we eat. Okay, this is an airport or an island. This is an airport, sorry here, but it's an airport. And what is this one? Is it a tent or a rucksack? It's a rucksack. It's a rucksack because this is a bag that we can carry on our backs while going on a trip. And the last one, of course, this is bungee jumping, not hiking. Hiking means walking for a long distance in the mountains or in the country side. So this is bungee jumping, not hiking. So here we have a swimsuit. This is a swimsuit. These are binoculars. This is a bridge. It's foggy. This is snorkeling, nuts. This is an airport because we can see the plane here, and this is a building of the airport. And this is a rucksack, and this is bungee jumping. So this was a chance in this activity to revise the words of Unit 8, binoculars, swimsuit, bridge, foggy, snorkeling, nuts, airport, rucksack, and bungee jumping. Let's move to another activity. Here, look, read, and write. Be careful, John. You're going to fall off your bike. Do you remember when I said that when we use going to, we use it for prediction based on evidence? When you can see something and there is evidence that something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. So here, if we look at the image, we know that he's going to fall. We cannot say you will fall. No, you are going to fall off. Now Sue is raising her hands. Why do you think? To answer a question, right? So shall we say Sue will or is going to? There is evidence. We can see her hands raised here. So we say is going to ask. Is going to ask. And of course, the I here should be small, not capital. So Sue is going to ask a question. Number 3. Oh no, it's 7:55. It means that there's something wrong, right? Shall he say I will be late or I am going to be late? Good. He will say I am going to be late. What's the evidence, teacher, here? It's 7:55. It means there is still 5 minutes, for example, for his work. And he knows that he will be late. So he says, I am going to be late because it's 7:55. He knows the time. That's why he knows that he is going to be late. The last one, Jack is really hungry. He wants another biscuit. If he is hungry, he's going to eat another biscuit. He's going to eat another biscuit. So we use going to refer to predictions based on evidence. It means things, we have an evidence in the sentence that something is going to happen. Another activity. Number 5, Luke Wilson is going to throw the ball. He has the ball in his hands and he is ready. So we say Luke Wilson is going to throw the ball. And here we can see Henry. Henry is carrying a lot of bags, suitcases, and maybe a rucksack. So Henry is carrying lots of suitcases and bags. Lots of suitcases and bags. Do you think he's going home? He's going to go on a long holiday. A long holiday. And now we have a comparison between the future simple and be going to. The future simple, we use it for number one, possible future actions, something that can happen or may not happen. Okay, like I will probably visit my grandparents next weekend. I may do that, I may do this, or I may do another thing. So we use will. Number two, predictions. When you will predict, when you expect something to happen, but you don't have evidence. Like 200 years from now, we live on the moon. This can happen or not, but this is what I predict, what I expect to happen. For promises and requests, I'll help you with your homework. I promise someone. Will you drive me to work, please? This is a request. So for both, we use will. And the last one, on the spot decisions, it means quick decision. There is no milk left. I'll go and buy some. I'll go and buy some. So this is a quick decision. But we use going to for number one, plans. There is a plan. Intentions. You intend to do something for the future. Like I've bought a lot of eggs. Why? Because I'm going to make an omelette. You're going to make an omelette and the omelette needs a lot of eggs. So there is planning here, there is intention. And number two, when there is evidence that something is going to happen in the near future. Like what? Be careful. You're going to fall down the stairs. Good. So there is an evidence. What's the evidence here? Be careful. You're going to fall down the stairs. So this was a quick revision on the difference or the comparison between future simple and be going to. Here we have some sentences to practice this. Read and write. Tidy the house, help you. Let's read the example. Number A and B. A says, I'm going to tidy the house. B says, okay, I'll help you then. Okay, I'll help you then, right? So someone has intention or planning to tidy the house, and the other one has a quick decision to help him. I am going to tidy the house. Okay, I'll help you then. Number two, go to the supermarket, get me a carton of milk. A carton, not cartoon. Cartoon, this is that we watch on TV, but this is a carton of milk. So I say, I'm going to go to the supermarket. This is intention or planning. Do you know that I have an intention to go to the supermarket? Now he asks him a question. Will you get me a carton of milk, please? Will you get me a carton of milk, please? Will you get me a carton of milk? So let's do number three now. Clean the windows, wash the floor. So someone has intention. He says, I'm going to clean the windows. Okay, I'll wash the floor then. The first one is intention. The second one, we have quick decision. I am going to clean the windows. I'm going to clean the windows. I am going to clean the windows. I'll wash the floor then. I'll wash the floor then. I'll wash the floor then. Number four, see Phil this afternoon. Phil is a person. See Phil this afternoon. Give him this book. So someone says that he will meet someone in the afternoon, and the other says, please give him this book. So this is a request here. So it is intentional planning, and then there is a request. So the first one will say, I'm going to see Phil this afternoon. And the request we say, will you give him this book, please? So the first one will say, I'm going to see Phil this afternoon. And the second one will say, will you give him this book, please? Can you do number five alone, my dear students? Do the washing up, put the dishes in the cupboard. Do the washing up, put the dishes in the cupboard. The first one is planning. The second one is quick decision. So we say, I'm going to do the washing up. I'm going to do the washing up. I am going to do the washing up. So this is the first one. I'm going to do the washing up. And the second one will say, okay, I'll put the dishes in the cupboard. I'll put the dishes in the cupboard. Okay, I'll put the dishes in the cupboard then. In the cupboard then. The last one here, I'm going to travel to India. I'm going to travel to India. I'm going to travel to India. The answer will be, will you, this is the request here, this is a question. Will you bring me a souvenir, please? A souvenir is like a gift or a present from a certain country. So, will you bring me a souvenir, please? Will you bring me a souvenir, please? So, if you study this activity, you will know the difference between going to, which is based on planning or intention. There is a plan, there is intention, and the quick decisions, a quick decision or a request, a quick decision or a request. Like, I'll wash the floor. This is a quick decision. I'll put the dishes in the cup. This is a quick decision. But for the request, we say, will you give him this book, please? Will you give him this book, please? Or will you bring me a souvenir, please? Will you bring me a souvenir, please? So these are the answers of this activity. They are very important to understand the difference between will and going to in expressing future actions. Now we come to the end, the hot seat. I'm going to ask you some questions. What are you going to do today? I'm going to play games. I'm going to answer some questions. I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to help my mom. I'm going to help my dad. I'm going to wash. I'm going to sleep early. This is how you can answer a question about going to. So in our lesson today, we revised many things. We learned how to ask about the weather in the future. We also learned um, how to ask about the future abilities like can and will be able to. We revised the words and um, the structures related to future activities and will and going to. Until I meet you again, I wish you all good luck and goodbye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.